In the rush of daily life, our minds often become cluttered with negativity, doubts, and stresses. We find ourselves trapped in spirals of worry, unable to break free. But what if the key to eliminating these negative thoughts lies within us? For centuries, Buddhist teachings have guided countless individuals toward peace, clarity, and mental freedom. These teachings offer not just philosophical insights, but practical tools to reclaim control of our minds and live with intention and joy. This video explores 7 transformative lessons from Buddhism that will help you reset your mindset and eliminate negativity. Along the way, we'll delve into real-life examples, personal anecdotes, and timeless Buddhist wisdom. By the end, you'll not only understand these principles, but also know how to apply them in your daily life. Let's begin this journey of transformation together. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by negativity, this might just be the message you've been waiting for. Core teachings and transformative lessons. 1. Command your thoughts with precision. Mastering one's thoughts is one of the most essential principles in Buddhism for achieving inner peace and mental balance. This principle is not only a philosophical idea, but also a practical skill that helps individuals face the challenges of modern life. Controlling thoughts is not merely about suppressing negativity, it is an art of transforming the mind, enabling the cultivation of a positive and meaningful life. Thoughts as seeds in the garden of the mind. Buddhism likens human thoughts to seeds sown in the garden of the mind. Positive thoughts are healthy seeds that foster growth, joy, and resilience, while negative thoughts are akin to weeds, capable of invading and destroying the mental foundation. Therefore, the journey of mastering thoughts begins with identifying these seeds in the mind and consciously choosing which ones to nurture. This process requires mindfulness, the ability to clearly recognize every thought that arises. Mindfulness does not merely involve observation, but also equips us to stop negative thoughts from proliferating by redirecting attention towards something positive. It is similar to tending a garden. If we allow weeds to grow unchecked, they will quickly dominate the entire space. Conversely, when we diligently care for the garden and remove unwanted elements, it flourishes beautifully. The story of the monk and the pebbles offers a vivid example of how to practice mastering thoughts. This exercise not only helps the learner become aware of the frequency of negative thoughts, but also provides a tangible feedback mechanism to adjust the mind. At the beginning, the heavy pockets filled with pebbles represent how negativity overwhelms the mind. However, over time, the reduction in pebbles symbolizes the increasing lightness and tranquility achieved through mindfulness. The lesson here is not to deny the existence of negative thoughts, an unavoidable aspect of life, but to understand and manage them. This process teaches practitioners to live with awareness, preventing negative thoughts from influencing their emotions and actions. Meditation, an effective tool for practice. One of the most effective methods for mastering thoughts is meditation. Through meditation, individuals learn to focus on their breath, a still and present anchor. During meditation, thoughts often drift through the mind, but practitioners are not carried away by them. Instead, they observe thoughts as clouds passing through the sky, allowing them to come and go without judgment or attachment. Over time, meditation not only calms the mind, but also enhances the ability to recognize and manage thoughts. Regular meditators find it easier to shift from negativity to positivity, akin to training a mental muscle. Beyond personal benefits, the practice of mastering thoughts extends beyond personal benefits, influencing the surrounding environment. A peaceful and positive mind radiates good energy, fostering harmonious relationships and building a positive community. This is why Buddhism emphasizes that the transformation of each individual's mind is a part of the transformation of the collective whole. 2. Harness the power of visualization. Visualization is a powerful method for mental preparation and emotional reinforcement. bridging the gap between imagination and reality. By vividly picturing positive outcomes, individuals can effectively rewire their subconscious mind, fostering a state of optimism and confidence. Rooted in both psychological principles and spiritual practices such as Buddhism, visualization is not only a tool for mental rehearsal but also a means to empower emotional resilience and align actions with aspirations. The psychology behind visualization. The human brain is inherently responsive to imagery. Studies in neuroscience reveal that the brain interprets vividly imagined scenarios similarly to real experiences. This phenomenon, known as mental simulation, activates neural pathways associated with specific actions or emotions. For instance, when a person visualizes themselves succeeding at a task, their brain primes the body to replicate that success in reality. This alignment of mind and body creates a foundation for confident, deliberate actions. In the context of overcoming challenges, visualization helps dismantle mental barriers like fear, doubt, and anxiety. By imagining oneself navigating difficulties successfully, the mind creates a positive emotional blueprint. This reduces the perceived threat of challenges, replacing hesitation with preparedness and courage. Visualization in Buddhist practice. In Buddhism, visualization often serves as a meditative technique to cultivate mindfulness and mental clarity. For example, the story of the practitioner imagining herself walking a tightrope symbolizes the integration of mindfulness and visualization. Each step on the tightrope is not just a physical action but a deliberate, conscious decision to balance her emotions, thoughts, and actions. This exercise helps the practitioner internalize the lesson that even the most daunting challenges can be overcome with steady focus and mindful choices. The tightrope metaphor also highlights the dual function of visualization in mental and emotional empowerment. On one hand, it trains the practitioner to remain calm and collected in the face of adversity. On the other, it builds confidence by affirming the ability to progress one mindful step at a time. This combination of clarity and confidence equips individuals to confront real-world situations with poise and resilience. Building a habit of visualization. The effectiveness of visualization lies not only in its practice but also in its consistency. Making visualization a habit, whether in the morning to set a positive tone for the day or at bedtime to reinforce aspirations, strengthens its impact. When practiced daily, visualization aligns the subconscious mind with conscious goals, fostering a state of congruence that amplifies one's ability to achieve desired outcomes. For example, someone aspiring to deliver a successful presentation might spend a few minutes each morning vividly imagining the process, speaking clearly, engaging the audience, and receiving positive feedback. This mental rehearsal not only reduces anxiety but also conditions the mind to approach the event with assurance. Practical steps for effective visualization. 1. Find a quiet space. Begin by choosing a distraction-free environment where you can fully immerse yourself in the practice. 2. Set a clear intention. Define the specific outcome you wish to visualize, whether it's achieving a goal or overcoming a challenge. 3. Engage all senses. Imagine the scenario as vividly as possible. Incorporate sights, sounds, emotions, and even physical sensations to make the visualization more lifelike. 4. Focus on positivity. Picture yourself succeeding and emphasize the emotions associated with that success, such as joy, pride, or relief. 5. Repeat consistently. Practice daily to reinforce the neural pathways and align your subconscious mind with your aspirations. 3. Adopt a radical mind diet. The concept of a radical mind diet draws a parallel between the nourishment of the body and the nourishment of the mind. Just as physical health depends on a balanced diet, mental well-being relies on the quality of the inputs we allow into our consciousness, the media we consume, the conversations we engage in, and the environments we inhabit significantly influence our thoughts, emotions, and actions. A radical mind diet is about deliberately curating these inputs to cultivate a positive, resilient, and empowered mindset. The power of mental nutrition. The human mind is highly impressionable and reflective. What we expose it to shapes our beliefs, attitudes, and overall mental state. For example, constant exposure to negative news or toxic interactions can amplify stress, anxiety, and feelings of helplessness. On the other hand, engaging with uplifting, constructive content fosters optimism, clarity, and motivation. In this context, a radical mind diet involves identifying and minimizing negative influences while maximizing positive ones. This practice is not about denial or ignorance of reality, but about creating a mental environment conducive to growth and resilience. By choosing empowering media and relationships, individuals can break free from cycles of negativity and focus their energy on meaningful pursuits. The example of the professional struggling with workplace stress highlights the transformative impact of a radical mind diet. By replacing nightly news, a frequent source of sensationalism and negativity, with uplifting podcasts, she was able to shift her emotional baseline. This change in her mental intake likely reduced stress triggers and offered her a more optimistic perspective on both her work and personal life. This example underscores the principle that our mental diet is not static. It can be consciously adjusted to align with our goals and well-being. It also demonstrates that even small, consistent changes in mental inputs can lead to significant improvements in mood and mindset. Practical implementation of a radical mind diet. 1. Identify toxic inputs. The first step is recognizing the sources of negativity in your mental environment. This could include sensational news, social media echo chambers, gossip, or interactions with overly critical individuals. Awareness is key to making informed choices about what to avoid. 2. Curate positive content. Actively seek out media, conversations, and environments that inspire and uplift you. This might include reading motivational books, listening to empowering podcasts, or engaging with communities that share your values and aspirations. 3. Set boundaries. Protect your mental space by limiting exposure to negativity. For example, designate specific times to check the news or use social media, and avoid these activities during emotionally vulnerable moments. 4. Surround yourself with positivity. The people you interact with have a profound impact on your mindset. Build relationships with those who encourage growth, positivity, and constructive thinking. 5. Practice gratitude and reflection. Incorporate daily gratitude practices and reflective journaling to reinforce positive thoughts and counterbalance any unavoidable negativity. The science behind a radical mind diet. The neuroscience of neuroplasticity, our brain's ability to rewire itself based on experience, supports the effectiveness of a radical mind diet. By repeatedly exposing the mind to positive stimuli, we strengthen neural pathways associated with optimism and resilience. Over time, this rewiring fosters a default state of positivity, making it easier to navigate challenges and maintain emotional balance. Challenges and overcoming resistance. Adopting a radical mind diet may initially encounter resistance, particularly from habitual patterns or social pressures. For instance, individuals accustomed to daily news consumption might find it difficult to reduce this habit. Similarly, distancing oneself from toxic relationships or environments can feel daunting. However, gradual changes, combined with a clear understanding of the benefits, can help overcome these obstacles. 4. Practice emotional alchemy. Emotional alchemy is the transformative process of turning negative emotions into catalysts for growth and positive action. Like the ancient practice of turning base metals into gold, Emotional alchemy involves refining and redirecting raw emotional energy such as anger, fear, or frustration into something meaningful and constructive. This practice requires mindfulness, self-awareness, and intentional action, making it a profound tool for personal development and emotional resilience. The science of emotional energy. Emotions, whether positive or negative, are powerful energy sources. Neuroscience shows that emotions influence our thoughts, behaviors, and physiological states. For instance, anger, while often perceived negatively, is a natural response to perceived injustice and can generate significant energy. If left unchecked, this energy might manifest destructively, but when harnessed and redirected, it becomes a driving force for constructive change. The practice of emotional alchemy begins with acknowledging emotions without judgment. Avoiding or suppressing emotions often leads to internal tension or unhealthy coping mechanisms. Instead, naming and accepting what you feel creates a foundation for understanding and transformation. This approach aligns with mindfulness practices in Buddhism, where observing emotions as passing phenomena allows individuals to detach from their intensity and act intentionally rather than react impulsively. Transforming emotions into growth. The example of the Buddhist leader who turned frustration over societal injustices into community programs illustrates how emotional alchemy can lead to meaningful outcomes. His anger, instead of becoming destructive, was channeled into actionable steps that benefited others. This process not only mitigated the immediate emotional charge, but also provided a sense of purpose and empowerment. This approach demonstrates two essential aspects of emotional alchemy. 1. Acknowledgement. The leader recognized his frustration as a valid emotional response to an unjust situation. Instead of denying or dwelling on the anger, he accepted it as a natural reaction. 2. Redirection. The emotional energy was then redirected into constructive action, initiating programs that address the root cause of the frustration. This example underscores the idea that emotions are not inherently good or bad. Their value lies in how they are managed and utilized. Steps to practice emotional alchemy. 1. Recognize and label emotions. Begin by identifying and naming the emotion you are experiencing. For example, instead of saying, "I'm upset," specify, "I feel frustrated because," this clarity lays the groundwork for transformation. 2. Practice non-judgmental observation. View your emotions as neutral data points rather than assigning blame or shame. This detachment helps reduce emotional reactivity. 3. Redirect energy. Consider how the energy from the emotion can be channeled into constructive actions. For instance, O. Turn anger into advocacy or problem solving. O. Use fear as motivation for preparation or learning. O. Transform sadness into empathy and connection. 4. Develop an emotion response plan. Prepare a set of responses for managing intense emotions. Techniques may include O. Deep breathing. Calms the nervous system and prevents impulsive reactions. O. Physical activity. Redirects pent-up energy into productive movement. O. Creative outlets. Use writing, art, or music to express and process emotions. 5. Reflect and learn. After addressing the emotion, take time to reflect on the experience. What triggered the emotion? How did your response contribute to growth or resolution? Emotional alchemy as a tool for growth. Practicing emotional alchemy fosters resilience, self-awareness, and empowerment. By consciously transforming negative emotions, individuals not only mitigate their immediate impact but also develop skills to navigate future challenges. This process shifts the focus from being overwhelmed by emotions to actively using them as tools for growth. Moreover, emotional alchemy extends its benefits beyond the individual. When emotions like anger or frustration are constructively expressed, they often inspire and uplift others. For example, A leader channeling personal anger into a campaign for change can motivate a community to take collective action, creating a ripple effect of positive transformation. 5. Rewire your brain with gratitude practices. Gratitude is a transformative practice that reshapes the brain's neural pathways, encouraging a focus on positivity, abundance, and joy. In a world often dominated by stress, negativity, and comparisons, gratitude serves as an antidote, fostering emotional resilience and a healthier mental state. By consciously practicing gratitude, individuals can shift their perspective from scarcity and dissatisfaction to appreciation and fulfillment, unlocking profound personal and social benefits. The neuroscience of gratitude. Gratitude is not just a philosophical concept, it has a measurable impact on brain function. Studies in neuroscience reveal that consistent gratitude practices stimulate the brain's reward system, particularly the medial prefrontal cortex. This activation promotes feelings of happiness and satisfaction. Furthermore, gratitude increases the release of dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters associated with well-being and mood regulation. Regular gratitude practices also enhance the brain's neuroplasticity, its ability to reorganize and form new connections. By focusing on positive aspects of life, gratitude rewires the brain to prioritize optimistic thinking patterns over negative ones. This shift strengthens resilience, helping individuals navigate challenges with greater ease. Shifting perspective through daily gratitude. The simplicity of writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day belies its transformative power. This daily ritual trains the brain to actively seek positive experiences and moments of joy. Over time, this practice becomes an ingrained habit, creating a mindset rooted in abundance rather than lack. For instance, the example of the overwhelmed mother illustrates how gratitude can transform perspective. Initially consumed by daily chores and responsibilities, she began journaling her gratitude for small blessings, such as her child's laughter or a moment of quiet. These reflections didn't change her circumstances but redefined how she perceived them, allowing her to embrace her role with newfound joy and appreciation. This transformation underscores a critical principle of gratitude. It shifts focus from what is missing or challenging to what is present and valuable. This perspective fosters emotional balance, reducing stress and enhancing overall life satisfaction. Practical ways to practice gratitude. 1. Gratitude journaling. Spend a few minutes each day writing down 3 things you're grateful for. These could be as significant as a career milestone or as simple as a warm cup of tea on a cold day. 2. Outward expressions of gratitude. Expressing gratitude to others deepens connections and spreads positivity. A simple thank you can brighten someone's day and strengthen relationships. 3. Mindful gratitude. During moments of stress, pause and reflect on something you're grateful for. This practice can help ground you and shift your emotional state. 4. Gratitude rituals. Incorporate gratitude into your routines, such as saying a quick thank you before meals or reflecting on positive moments at the end of the day. 5. Visual reminders. Place a gratitude jar or a list of blessings in a visible location to serve as a constant reminder of the positives in your life. The ripple effect of gratitude. Gratitude doesn't just benefit the individual practicing it, it creates a ripple effect that extends to others. Expressing gratitude outwardly fosters kindness, empathy, and connection. For example, thanking a coworker for their help not only boosts their morale, but also strengthens collaboration and mutual respect. These shared positive interactions can influence entire communities, fostering a culture of appreciation and support. Overcoming challenges and practicing gratitude. While gratitude offers numerous benefits, maintaining consistency in practice can be challenging, particularly during difficult times. It's essential to acknowledge that gratitude doesn't negate hardships but provides a lens to find light amidst darkness. Starting small. focusing on manageable aspects of gratitude. And building from there can help sustain the practice even during tough periods. 6. Cultivate your energy ecosystem. Our environment is a powerful determinant of our mental state, directly influencing thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. The physical spaces we inhabit, the people we interact with, and the habits we cultivate collectively shape our psychological well-being. By intentionally curating these aspects of our surroundings, we can foster a more positive, energized, and balanced mental state. The connection between environment and mind. The human brain is highly responsive to external stimuli. A cluttered, chaotic environment often mirrors and amplifies internal chaos, leading to stress, distraction, and emotional fatigue. Conversely, organized, harmonious spaces encourage mental clarity and calmness. This connection underscores the importance of creating an environment that aligns with and supports your desired mental state. The example of the monk's meditation space highlights this principle. His simple yet serene surroundings reflect his inner peace, suggesting that the act of decluttering physical spaces is intrinsically linked to decluttering the mind. This alignment between the external and internal environment fosters a feedback loop. A calm space promotes mental tranquility, which in turn reinforces the ability to maintain an organized and serene environment. People and habits as environmental influences. Beyond physical spaces, the people and habits we surround ourselves with are equally crucial components of our environment. Positive relationships uplift and energize, providing emotional support and motivation. In contrast, toxic or draining interactions can sap mental energy, leading to negativity and self-doubt. Similarly, daily habits shape the mental ecosystem in which we operate. For instance, habits such as journaling, meditating, or engaging in creative activities contribute to a supportive mental environment, while excessive exposure to negative media or unproductive routines can foster anxiety and stagnation. The role of nature in mental rejuvenation. Spending time in nature is one of the most effective ways to reset and recharge mental energy. Numerous studies have shown that even short exposure to natural environments reduces stress, improves mood, and enhances cognitive function. The practice of walking in nature engages multiple senses, grounding individuals in the present moment and providing a refreshing contrast to the demands of modern life. Nature's restorative power stems from its ability to create a sense of awe and perspective. It reminds individuals of their connection to something larger, fostering a feeling of calm and renewal, whether it's a hike in the mountains or a simple walk in a nearby park. Regular engagement with nature can significantly improve mental clarity and emotional balance. Practical steps to cultivate a supportive environment. 1. Declutter your physical space. Begin by organizing and simplifying your surroundings. Create spaces that feel peaceful and purposeful, such as a dedicated corner for meditation or reading. 2. Curate positive relationships. Seek out individuals who inspire and support you, and limit exposure to those who drain your energy. Building meaningful connections contributes to a more positive mental landscape. 3. Establish energizing habits. Incorporate practices such as mindfulness, exercise, or creative expression into your daily routine. These habits reinforce a positive and productive environment. 4. Spend time in nature. Make it a habit to immerse yourself in natural settings regularly. Even a 15-minute walk in a park can provide a noticeable boost in mood and energy. 5. Personalize your environment. Surround yourself with objects, colors, and sounds that evoke positive emotions, such as photos, plants, or calming music. The feedback loop between environment and mindset. One of the most profound aspects of the environment's influence is the feedback loop it creates with the mind. A supportive environment not only enhances mental well-being but also empowers individuals to make better decisions, form healthier habits, and approach challenges with clarity. This, in turn, reinforces the desire and ability to maintain a positive environment, creating a cycle of growth and resilience. For instance, a person who declutters their workspace may find it easier to focus on tasks, which leads to higher productivity and a sense of accomplishment. This positive reinforcement encourages them to maintain an organized space, further enhancing their mental state. 7. Practice radical acceptance. Radical acceptance is a profound principle that encourages individuals to embrace life as it is, without resistance or judgment, rooted in mindfulness and psychological resilience. This practice shifts focus from futile attempts to control the uncontrollable to finding peace and clarity in the face of challenges. By accepting reality as it unfolds, radical acceptance empowers individuals to navigate adversity with grace, fostering healing, growth, and emotional well-being. The philosophy behind radical acceptance. At its core, radical acceptance is about acknowledging life's imperfections and uncertainties without resistance. Resistance often manifests as denial, frustration, or a need to exert control over external circumstances. These reactions not only amplify stress but also hinder the ability to move forward. Radical acceptance, on the other hand, invites individuals to face reality head-on, recognizing that while pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. This principle draws heavily from mindfulness practices, which emphasize observing thoughts and emotions without judgment. By cultivating an attitude of openness, individuals can disentangle themselves from the emotional turbulence of what should be and instead focus on what is. This shift in perspective reduces inner conflict and paves the way for inner peace. Healing through acceptance. The example of a teacher coping with the loss of a loved one illustrates the transformative power of radical acceptance. Initially, grief may feel overwhelming, and resistance to this pain can prolong emotional suffering. However, by accepting grief as a natural part of life, the teacher was able to process her emotions without self-judgment or denial. This acceptance did not diminish the pain but allowed her to coexist with it, facilitating healing and eventually reconnecting her with joy. This process demonstrates that acceptance does not mean passivity or resignation. Instead, it involves acknowledging emotions and circumstances as they are while actively choosing how to respond. By embracing reality, individuals create space for healing, self-compassion, and personal growth. Letting go of control. A significant aspect of radical acceptance is recognizing the limits of control. Many stressors in life arise from attempting to influence what is inherently beyond our control, such as the behavior of others, past events, or uncontrollable external circumstances. Radical acceptance encourages individuals to identify what they can influence and direct their energy there, fostering a sense of empowerment. For example, instead of dwelling on the pain of loss or the unpredictability of life, one can focus on nurturing supportive relationships, engaging in meaningful activities, or cultivating self-care practices. This approach shifts energy away from resistance and toward constructive actions, creating a more balanced and intentional way of living. Practical steps to practice radical acceptance. 1. Acknowledge reality. Begin by stating the facts of your situation without judgment or emotional overlay. This helps to ground yourself in the present moment. 2. Identify what you can control. Reflect on aspects of the situation that are within your influence, such as your thoughts, emotions, or actions. 3. Let go of resistance. Notice when resistance arises, whether through denial, anger, or frustration, and gently redirect your focus to acceptance. 4. Practice self-compassion. Recognize that acceptance can be challenging, and allow yourself to move through the process with patience and kindness. 5. Cultivate mindfulness. Use mindfulness techniques such as deep breathing or meditation to stay present and grounded in the face of discomfort. The benefits of radical acceptance. Practicing radical acceptance offers profound emotional and psychological benefits. It reduces stress by breaking the cycle of resistance and overthinking, allowing individuals to conserve energy for meaningful actions. It also enhances emotional resilience, equipping individuals to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease. Moreover, radical acceptance fosters deeper self-awareness and empathy. By accepting one's own challenges, individuals become more compassionate toward themselves and others, strengthening relationships and creating a more harmonious interpersonal dynamic. Resetting your mind and eliminating negative thoughts isn't a one-time effort. It's a lifelong practice of cultivating mindfulness, gratitude, and acceptance. These 7 lessons are your guideposts on this path. By embracing them, you'll not only free yourself from negativity but also discover a deeper connection to joy, peace, and purpose. Start today. Begin small, and watch as the wisdom of Buddhism transforms your life. For more guidance, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, let's journey toward clarity and positivity.